Letter requesting the use of what facility?
The, where we have the sports complex up there, off of Hammond Road. It's the Southeastern Collegiate Cycling Conference Championship is what it is, put on by Mercer University. And, the letter says, that's in your package, it says that, they want to use the parking lot on Hammond Road, the intersection of Antioch Church Road. And they said that they'll release us from all liability, and they'll clean it up after they're through.
I guess the point is, Mr. Attorney, the statement of release of liability, is that acceptable?
Yeah.
In terms of position?
Is that right?
Yes. It's in writing in the letter. Any questions regarding the, comment regarding the letter request?
But, Doc, I know they have sent separate letters because this letter here is not even now signed.
Yeah, well, motion that we approve the request.
Make that motion, but I do want to know, in discussion, since the sheriff department is going to be asked to assist in keeping the roadway clean, I see none of the state roads include, just county roads. Are they going to be reimbursed, or this is just something that they'll do for the county? They don't normally reimburse them, do they?
Commissioner Simpson, there's no reference to reimbursement in there. That's something,
Got to do for the county.
the sheriff has to work out with them.
Sheriff was, has he still, may I ask him if he's been
Yes.
asked for
Yes, sir.
assistance?
Sure.
On the bike race, have you been asked for assistance from Mercer University
No,
for April the 16th and 17th?
no, sir, I have not.
Okay. They have you listed here with Wilkerson County to provide some assistance for this bike race, and I just wondered if they had made contact with you.
No, sir, they haven't made contact with me, but as with the rest of the bike races and everything else that goes on through here, we're normally, I have to pull people in to try to help control the traffic, keep them from getting run over.
Is
But
it
there's
part of the
nobody
job?
paid, I mean, there, as far as them paying anybody for it, they don't, these guys come in and do it, so.
And how
But they
does-
have nobody
How does that
asked me
affect
about
your budget is what I'm asking.
But it affects it, but I got people working and we burning gas.
Okay, thank you.
Based on that information, I don't see any reason that we could not submit back to Mercer a statement per se of the cost of time for that occasion. Can you give us an estimate on what you think would be the use of personnel and vehicle?
I can once, once I'm made aware of, their route, their route through here, how
Yeah.
many people they're gonna have riding, because they don't all stay together. You'll have some that's way out front, and you'll be forever trying to get some of the rest of them on through, so. But I haven't been contacted by them about anything. I'd have to know their route so I can try to pinpoint, how many deputies I'm gonna need to try to secure the roadway.
And there's another way of looking at this, I gather, would be how would the county receive income or monies from all of these people coming into the county? Would that, wash? If there is a substantial amount of money that'll come into the county because of these bikers coming in, it might wash that we could provide the service. But I don't know that, and I don't need to know what the history is in order to be able to make some kind of determination that somebody else already knows.
I think this is the first time from these people they've asked for that. Now, we've been host at the pond site up there for the Orange County group and other people that have come through and asked for a rest station. But good point, Mr. Sampson. Mr. Attorney, I'd like to Is it acceptable to put in the motion per se that the request may be approved, but there will be costs associated with the safety issues
Sure.
along with the sheriff's department?
Yeah.
And then we'll document those and get them back to them?
Right.
Okay, Mr.
I would just like to comment, I would think, common sense would tell me, now I don't know if this is right or not, that there's probably not a lot of money associated with this, so they're probably not gonna have money to fund, the sheriff's department. What would you think, Mr. Attorney? I would think they were asking it as a community service kind of thing.
Yeah,
And what is Wilkinson County gonna do? Are they gonna do it as a community service also, you know?
I mean, you have to identify, there may be some county benefit. Assuming they come up there, maybe they eat lunch or something.
That's what
There'll be
Mr.
some
Sampson was
county
referring to.
benefit from it.
Right.
They probably have some interest fees for people participating, but that money would be designated for their own costs that they incur. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of money involved in the thing.
I'm just saying that you don't want to present us as not a community-friendly county, I would think, you know, I don't know. I just-
But the bottom line is there, once they make me aware of it, it sits on my shoulders at that point in time to secure it, whether they pay anything or not. Because if somebody
Right.
gets run over, then I'm liable. So,
Exactly, but, if they can't pay anything, does that mean then that we won't allow them to come through our county? I guess is what I'm saying. You know,
Well, it's consideration, and of course, good points on both sides of it, but the request, I think, is submitted, and the due date is 15th, 16th April? 16th, 17th April, so it's right here on us, so the chair has entertained a motion as for the approval of the request, and any particulars that the board wisdom of the board wants to follow through with that, I'm open to it.
Yeah, the other is, it stated that they're gonna be responsible for all liability. So that's taking off the sheriff's part of that there.
Right, but you have to think about it in terms of, they're a nonprofit that doesn't have any money, and if somebody got hurt that was not a party of their group, somebody else got hurt, they'd be suing the sheriff.
They be shooting
and
the county.
The county, and you'd be saying, okay, well, come in here and you gotta defend us in this thing, and they say, well, we glad to defend you, we got no money. I mean, there is some potential exposure, I mean, but that's always true.
Anything you do, if you step out the door. So anyway, is there a motion to go forth with approval of the request?
I'd like to place a motion on the floor to approve the request, so long as the county and the sheriff department is held not liable.
Okay, I have a second to that.
I'll-
Had lengthy discussion, any other comment? Call the question and motion, those in favor, let me know by raising your right hand, please. Thank you. We'll move on next to the spring request, as you have in your packets there. We have a motion and discussion here.